What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about NIO, I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down what just came out associated to NIO, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is down slightly, 0.68% pre-market. Market opens in 4 minutes, but it's already been very heavily traded. So it is top 10 most heavily traded pre-market stocks, same as yesterday. So anticipate a lot of volatility today. The only thing that really came out was this right here. So you did have the weekly registration numbers, 1200 for Onvo, 2400 for NIO. So NIO is at least moving in the right direction compared to 2000 last week. Onvo though is going the opposite direction, so 1300 to 1200. So this isn't good at all in my opinion, and this is actually why the sentiment is so bad for NIO, is because, as what this post even lays out, there was a lot of ambitious goals that have been stated over the last couple of years, and unfortunately NIO has consistently missed on a lot of these goals. So I think this does lead to just the sentiment being fairly negative about NIO. Whenever you have a stock with a negative sentiment, you have shorts pouncing. So when I prepped for this video, shorts were increasing 3 million shares. Now they are increasing 5.43 million. So shorts are definitely doubling down, which is rather odd to see them do it in the pre-market, even though the market opens in 3 minutes. But normally what happens is that they buy puts and then they double down. So maybe they're just trying to suppress NIO in the pre-market just to ensure it doesn't actually go up at all. So something to keep in mind. There was a couple new analyst ratings that did come out yesterday that was posted this morning. So Barclays did give a sell $4 price target. Analyst has a 55% success rating. DBS 490, it was a downgrade, and Analyst has a 54% success rating. Bernstein 450, and then $5 from CMB. So at the end of the day, it's still not where I would have anticipated for Analyst to be. So as a consensus, $4.91, and that does represent a 12.1% upside. Yesterday, because of the Analyst ratings that were posted, it was 496. And previously, even before their earnings, I think it was like at 520, if I remember correctly. So analysts are having, again, similarly as what I mentioned, just not that good of viewpoints on NIO. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from all that fun stuff though, that's pretty much it. No macro data points coming out associated to China, no even like kind of speculative things coming out. So it is just going to be at the mercy of the broader market. Market is going to be opening in roughly 2 minutes. Some key levels to watch for though, with it at $4.35, trading between this pivot and this S1. So $4.18 is going to be a strong support, and then flip side, $4.60 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So over the last couple of trading days, it hasn't touched either of them, so we'll just have to wait and see how that does play out. But when it comes to the actual chart itself, so you do have that 50-day moving average at $4.42. That is going to be a must kind of break above point, so definitely watch for that in the short term. Aside from that, you have that 100-day moving average at 457, and then aside from that, you have that 200-day moving average at $4.70. So like I said, I think just NIO has been broken for a while now. It just needs to really get their crap together, and I don't really know, maybe with that recent partnership with CATL that might help it potentially, but as well as NIO doing a lot of cost cutting measures that might help their bottom line ultimately in the next couple quarters. But at the end of the day, I think NIO just they just have to learn. They have to learn to stop essentially giving such high expectations and maybe just humble themselves a little bit more, because NIO, coming from even comparing it to other Chinese EVs or even American, it is at a insane discount, and normally institutions love that. Institutions love to buy up stocks that are at a discount, but they're not. So goes to show that there is something fundamentally wrong with it. So we'll just have to wait and see. Market just opened, so no real change. So it's kind of moving up a little bit, but no real downside pullback as what normally does happen. So let me know your general thoughts on NIO. What's your viewpoint, for instance, on these weekly registration numbers? I know a lot of individuals don't really like them and how NIO moves because of this, but do you think that, like, what's your kind of general 2 cents on that? And you can kind of just see based on this, like, Onvo has been going kind of the opposite direction since week 1 through 4. So Onvo, like 2,500, you have 1,900, 1,800, and then now recently it's been 1,100, 1,300, and 1,200. So I think just generally Onvo wasn't that big of a success from what was previously thought. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon and give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.